Erica Rebel, thank you so much. Well, we're starting off your Monday with how to jumpstart your week and make those healthy swaps. For people looking to lose weight, the biggest question is always, how do I start? So we've got Cheryl Forberg with me, chef and nutritionist for The Biggest Loser and New York Times bestselling author, including her latest, you see it right here, a small guide to losing big. She's got the answers for us this morning. Also with me, I have Monte Morris. You lost so much weight. We're going to talk about how to get in shape this summer. But first things first, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Second of all, how much weight did you actually lose? We have some pictures of you, and this is an incredible story.
Almost 50 pounds.
Almost 50 pounds. And you did it with simple swaps, or was it really hard? You had to make that switch in your mind.
Well, I used to overeat a lot, and I stopped doing that pretty much altogether by snacking a lot. And I did that with nuts, a lot of these pistachios, I love these things. Just kind of curbed my appetite and prevented me from overeating when I did eat.
When did you decide to make that decision? We see some pictures of you back when you were a much bigger Monte. And what made you say, I got to start today, I've got to do it?
Well, I had stage 2 hypertension, my doctor told me. And so I ended up just sort of going home from that appointment that day and saying I have to make some major changes in my life. And I quit a lot of things and started a lot of healthy things. And it was actually quite a bit easier than I thought it would be. But
how long did it take you?
It took about a year,
yeah.
But the majority of it happened in about 6 months.
Yep, and you've got to do it. You've got to stick to it. That was the plan, right?
Absolutely.
You look amazing. Thank you so much for telling us your story. We're going to talk about those swaps that he's talking about because with you, Cheryl, you work on this show, you work with these people that are losing hundreds of pounds at a time, and this is what the book's all about. It's making those simple swaps. So can you take us through what we should be doing in our to make sure that we're working on these things on a daily basis?
Absolutely. You know, it all starts at home. If you only have healthy choices in your kitchen, then you can't make a bad decision.
Isn't that the truth?
So one of the swaps that I love to talk about first is, you know, toss the potato chips and choose some really wonderful nuts, such as pistachios, to snack on. You can have 49 nuts. That's a pretty big serving. It's 160 calories. It's the lowest fat nut. They're high in fiber and protein. And this was one of Monte's biggest swaps because he used to eat a lot of chips and unhealthy snacks, and he went to this and it makes a huge difference.
And do you think the pistachio is nice? Because I noticed that if you have, say, an almond or something that already doesn't have the shell on it, that sometimes you're popping too many calories, that you just grab the nuts and sometimes it's more than the serving size, but with this, it takes you a little bit longer.
Exactly.
You're kind of quote-unquote playing with your food,
yeah.
And then you'll realize that you were full.
And you actually burn a few little calories every time you open one of those things, so it all ends up.
There you go. It's a workout just doing that. Let's talk about the drinks.
Okay, so we want to focus on eating our calories. It's so easy to get carried away with the frothy coffee drinks. Monte used to drink a lot of beer. He doesn't do that anymore. Those calories really add up.
Sorry, Monte.
But he's happy, and we focus on eating our calories with the exception of milk. And this is just a simple, a little bit of cranberry juice and some sparkling water and a lime squeeze, and it's really satisfying and fresh.
A little summer cocktail. I like it.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got grains here. Now, a lot of people are scared of grains. What do you think about them?
Well, we're eating way too much white stuff. White flour, white sugar, white rice, white pasta, loaded with calories and starch, but no nutrients. So with brown rice, whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, they're loaded with nutrients and fiber, and because of that, they're much more filling and you don't have to eat as much.
Okay, I like that idea. I'm an avocado toast girl all day, so that's a good one.
Excellent.
Over here, this looks like a very simple breakfast. So what are you swapping?
This one is when you're creating something creamy like ice cream. We have some delicious Greek yogurt, half the carb and twice the protein of regular yogurt, with some berries. And again, I put a few pistachios on top for a crunch. Very satisfying and much better than an ice cream sundae.
I've never thought, you know, those ice cream sundaes. That's the hardest part, right? Saying no to dessert. Was that a hard part for you?
I actually love stuff like this. It's not a problem for me.
Not a problem? Okay, well, I've got to start saying goodbye to dessert. You guys are, you're really getting to me. I know this is great information. A lot of people, though, they might need the book. This book is out now. You have given these tips to all the folks in The Biggest Loser who have lost hundreds of pounds. So maybe it's just 10 pounds that you're talking about, you know, losing this summer. And you can do that all with information that we put on our website for Cheryl, fox5sandiego.com. All you need to do is click on that scene.